Oh, hello. Um, Today we're going to see ways or manners of teaching phonetics and English classes. Okay, so first of all, we do know that we need our students to know the basics of the IPA, which is the International Phonetics Alphabet, right? So they have to know these symbols, schwas and vocals and consonants. They have to know all that. For that, we can use simple exercises like readings or conversations, dialogues. This is also helpful if we use a chart like the one we have over here. This is IPA. So that way we know that our students are aware and know everything about this program, this phonetic instrument, which will be needed for every single one of our classes regarding phonetics and phonology. Sorry. Just focus. Okay, there we go. Okay. So after students know the IPA, which stands for manner of articulation, we have to know if our students are aware of places of articulation, right? They know how to read them, how to pronounce them, but they have to know how to describe them. So for example, here we have a graph with a picture, a depiction of a man or a woman with all of its distinct features. Like here's the nose, here's the vocal tract, here's the esophagus, here's the throat, and the teeth. So what we need to teach our students is maybe use this graph and like erase all of these, the descriptions. So what we want them to do is pronounce a vocal or a consonant and tell us where they can feel the movement. So for example, if we make the s sound, would be around here. If we made a glottal sound, like it would go around here. If we make an interdental sound like a schwa, it would be interdental, right? So now if we make other types of other types of vocals like rounded or colored, it would go around here. We also have nasalized sounds like or We can feel them here. And what we need our students to know is the places our tongue touches. So we could do a little examination or a little test by asking them to pronounce a word and telling us where it should go in this chart. So where does it go? It goes right here, right here, right here. So that's a visual aid that could help us with our English class in terms of phonetics and phonology. Now, how can we do this with activities that are useful and follow school rules or regulations where we need to have worksheets? Or we can use this one, for example. This is a technique that I saw some time ago. It's a way of doing a project with the help of a peer or a friend or a fellow student. So, for example, we can ask two students to go together as a way of pairs and give this sheet. Give them this sheet. What this sheet has is a different variety of words, of nouns, of verbs, and ask them to pronounce it one to another. So for example, one student would say thick, and the other student would have to circle the one he thinks is correct, depending on the pronunciation of his student, his fellow classmate. So for example, here it says thick, he would have to circle the word thick. But if the other person, the other student, is having issues with the pronouncement of this word, he would most likely say sick. So this is good for error correction among peers. So this way students don't feel attacked or offended by the teacher if they are being corrected too much. And if they make a mistake like this, saying sick instead of thick or vice versa, they can quickly adapt to this and troubleshoot, like ask the other student to pronounce it so they can hear how they are pronouncing it in case they are not aware of what they are actually pronouncing. So we can use a worksheet of this kind and continue with more. We can focus on one sound or two sounds. In this case, we are focusing on, as you can see there, we have th and s. So we can use other ones for j and g because students mix that a lot. And again, we can use this and aid us with this. Okay, so if you make the sound as in schwa, you would have to go and ask your student, where are you articulating your tongue to make that sound? So would be an interdental. Dental. And if you go to this chart, you have to localize it here. It's dental, as you can see. Let me take the phone and so we would want our students to locate where it is, and in this case it's right here, and it's dental. So we would use this to correct the students in case they are forgetting something, and relate this ones all the way to this, alveolar, bilabial, and etc., right? Now, after doing so, our goal would be to do a test. We can do tests of two kinds. We can do tests with a reading, like this one. This reading is quite simple, but it has a lot of phonetic elements to it. So here, participation, participation, not tion. We have another one here, September, that's normal, start, time, activities. So here we can troubleshoot I and E. Team, no, not team, it's time. Free or fry. Together, we will, or we will. Peace or pass. So this is a really useful way to test our students. We can also use other types of worksheets, like this one, where you can just put them where they are supposed to be and read them as in they already know how to pronounce it. So again, just to wrap this up, another way of an exam for our students when doing this, or activities, we've already seen some activities, readings, fill in the blanks, dialogues, peer activities, pairs is always a good idea. And as a test, we can ask them to use this chart and put it over here to see if they understood it fully, so they can pronounce it with these two together, making a perfect pronunciation. or achieving the most proximate to this. We also have to remember that students, while pronouncing a second language or third language, they might get nervous. So we should encourage them to be brave and not be afraid of what others think, because we are all learning at the same time. So we have to respect this. So again, readings, peer activities or dialogues, worksheets, and visual aids. That's all we need, and this would make a lot for our English classes. Thank you.